Coming to you live from Bill Hanlon Stadium in St. Mary's, it's the 31st annual Battle Against Cystic Fibrosis All-Star Classic. It's West Virginia versus Ohio in an all-star high school format involving some of the very best graduated seniors from the Mid-Ohio Valley and beyond. 83 athletes representing 28 schools will be playing for pride, their state, and more importantly, raising money to help finance research for a cure of cystic fibrosis. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim Wharton, along with our broadcast partner, Roger Lockhart, bringing you all the action this evening, plus hopefully getting you a better understanding about cystic fibrosis, how it affects our friends and neighbors in the community, and what we can do to help the process of finding a cure. And Roger, your thoughts on what we expect to see football-wise and what the meaning of this game for is the cause.
You bet, Jim. I mean, what a beautiful night for football here in June, in the middle of June, and everybody looks forward to this. A big all-star game, the battle against cystic fibrosis. And Coach Jody Moat heads up the program, as you know. He's the head coach of St. Mary's. Game, of course, here in St. Mary's. He's been doing that since 2018. You got about 46 guys from West Virginia on their roster and about 35 on the Ohio side. So we're going to see a lot of talent tonight, a lot of kids we've seen previously as the games we've done and kids we haven't seen. But this is some of the best in the Mid-Ohio Valley. Cystic fibrosis, one of those incurable diseases that many people think it's related to lungs only and just for small children. It is, but it also affects other people and other parts of the body, older folks, and sometimes you can be diagnosed later in life and not even realize you had it. So it affects a lot of people, and we're playing this game tonight to help raise funds, and they mentioned earlier that $21,000 have been raised by the athletes for tonight's game, Jim, and that's a record.
That is a great job in helping the cause. Joining us once again this year for our sideline report is Rick Marshall. Rick hasn't played in this All-Star Classic, but he played in the North-South All-Star Classic when he was a senior for Parkersburg High. Rick, what's that experience like, and what will this All-Star Classic experience be like for the seniors that we see tonight?
Well, Jim, one of the great things about it is it's not as intense during the week as it would be during the regular football season until the game begins. But the whole week is about building new relationships and creating new bonds with other players that you've really never met, but you've read about them in the paper and heard about them. I know my experience, I got to room with James Jett when I was in the North-South game. Had several guys. Rich Bram was my left offensive tackle, so two guys that spent time in the NFL. And, anytime I get a chance to see
Ohio won the toss, and they will be on the receiving end of the opening kickoff.
A little bit about what the game was like. So for these players, it's really about building friendships. Some of them are going to be going to the same colleges and universities, and it's really a great experience. But make no joke about it, is once this game starts, they're going to be serious and they're going to be ready to play.
Thanks, Rick. We'll also be doing interviews with the players throughout the game and also with members of the BACF committee family. This is the 31st meeting of the BACF All-Star Classic. West Virginia leads at 16-14. Ohio, though, has closed the gap. They've won the last two games, including last year, a 23-0 shutout of West Virginia. So hopefully we'll see great weather tonight and some great football and great fundraising for the battle against cystic fibrosis. Ohio raised the most money of the two schools, as you said, Roger, $21,000 raised by sponsorships by the players. Ohio raised the most, so they get the opening kickoff, and we will see what they can do with it just moments away here from the Battle Against Cystic Fibrosis All-Star Football Classic.
I love that part of it too, Jim, is that these kids are raising funds. They're playing in the game, and then collectively they total all that up, and that money is amazing. A record $21,000 raised so far just from the athletes. Other things tonight will go towards that. One of the things Coach Moat told us is prior to the game, 90% of all of the funds that it takes to put on a game like this all come from the community, all come from donations and sponsorships. And that's quite a feat in and of itself. And so I'm sure Coach Moat and his committee will be happy to take a break after this. And speaking of that, we should say a big shout out to Julia Maloney, who was not able to be here, but is a pivotal player in that committee, Jim, and works for WTAP, and we wish her our best.
She's the president of the committee, and the boot is into the end zone, so that'll be a touchback. So Ohio will begin 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
We'll try to keep everybody up to date on who these players are in the starters, but there is no starting lineup, so we'll have to be great on our eyesight.
Yeah, people will be checking in and out all night long. Owen Riley is expected to start the game as the quarterback for Ohio, and Coach told us he expects to do about a 50-50 mix, run versus pass, seeing what the defense will give him. And so we'll see 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Riley under center. It's an I formation. He hands off up the middle, quick hitter to his fullback, and that ball is all the way out to the 28-yard line. Pickup of 8 yards on the carry. And we had a player lose his helmet, so he will have to come off
already
for the Mountaineers.
Number 5, Bryson Idell from Doddridge County. He's a 2025 first-team LKC linebacker and a 2024 first-team All-Stater as well.
And from the I formation and the shot, and once again that same play, the quick hitter, the quarterback rolls out and he gives the ball up to the running back, and he'll pick up the first down.
Austin Gautier, he's the senior out of Nelsonville, York, was also a captain tonight, number 7, out of the backfield, and pick up first down. Ball's going to be at the 35-yard line for the Scarlet and Gray.
Gautier rushed for over 1,400 yards last season for Nelsonville, York. He scored 18 touchdowns, and he helped the Buckeyes to an undefeated regular season. Once again, the run. This time West Virginia sniffs it out. They'll bring him down.
Outstanding stop there by number 99, Josh Crossland out of Tucker County. He's a big guy, 6'1", 250. Jim, he was the first team all PVC, honorable mention All-Stater.
Yeah, we can think of the rosters having players from around the area, but also around the state. And I think Tucker County and Preston County probably won the awards for the farthest away, coming to help out the BACF.
Yeah, I agree with you. You got some local players from Parkersburg, Worth County, and St. Mary's. We'll talk about them.
That'll drop of 4 yards. And once again, the defense comes to play, and getting out of is Riley, and he'll get some of the yardage back, but he was in a lot of trouble, but he was able to get out of it and get a couple of yards back.
Yeah, only a loss of about 4, but number 11 for West Virginia was in on that stop. That's Caleb James, along with number 50, and number 50 is Adam Elder, Big Red, 6'2", 230, second team all-conference, special honorable mention, and all-conference. So nice job by Adam Elder to make that stop.
And that'll bring up a big third down play, 3rd and 12. We'll see if Ohio goes to the air. They've got 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 2 receivers to the top. And we got a flag on the play. Riley goes to the near sideline and hits his receiver around first down yardage. We'll have to see if that was good. That was Trail Thompson of River, a 6'3", 185-pounder. And he got that first down yardage, I believe, but we'll have to see what the penalty is.
Yeah, that was really a nice pass. It was right on the first down mark.
And that's coming back, a legal motion. Let's run down the officiating crew tonight. Larry McCloy is your referee. The umpire is Chris Wilson. The linesman, Bob Powell. The line judge, Rick Mollendick. The side judge, Jeff Cunningham. Field judge, Rob Wheeler. And back judge, Rick Ridgway. So that'll bring up 3rd and 17, I believe. And that was a nice pass and a nice execution of that play by the Ohio All-Stars. Owen Riley started out the year for Marietta as a quarterback, but he finished as a running back. And he was quite productive in that role as well.
Yeah, we saw him perform this year. It was a great game.
From the shotgun, he's rolling right, pumps, goes deep downfield, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by the Mountain State. So West Virginia gets the first turnover of the game. Let's see if we get the number of that.
Yeah, number 20, that's Eli Cox from St. Mary's.
Eli Cox. He's
happy to have that right in front of the hometown crowd. But
Cox made some great plays here over the years at Bill Hanlon Stadium, and he does one here one last time as a member of the West Virginia All-Stars in the BACF.
Big turnover right there after that loss. That penalty threw him back on 3rd and 17, and that was a wobbly, wounded duck pass by Riley and picked off by Eli Cox, and the Mountaineers will take over.
It was interesting, the Ohio receiver pushed off, but it actually helped Wilson come up with the interception. Oh, we've got some trickeration as they pitch out and they go long. They go deep to Ethan Jones. Ethan Jones down the far sideline. Ethan Jones all the way for the touchdown.
How about that flea flicker?
Yeah.
Wow, all the way down. That's a 64-yarder.
He looked at the replay.
Right here, yeah. It was number 15, Tyler Smith, throws it over to number 13, Easton Wire. And then they reach number 8, running down the sideline, Ethan Jones from Parkersburg, and he dashes into the end zone. What a beautiful play. And Coach Shane Eckel drew that one up. Wow.
Yes, that's what you like about these all-star games. You do get to see some special little plays that they'd like to bring out there, and West Virginia hits Ohio in the mouth with that first big play.
Wow. Make a statement, 64-yard pass and catch and run. Extra point good by number 9, Ethan Jones. And Ethan Jones, you know him from Parkersburg as well.
So West Virginia, one play, one score on the board, and a great way to get the night of action started here in St. Mary's, West Virginia, in the 31st annual Battle Against Cystic Fibrosis All-Star Classic.
No, Jim, that was executed perfectly when you look at that.
Yep.
15 to 13 to number 8. And, man, that trio was moving things down the field.
Yeah.
64 yards on that play. That was beautiful. What a way to strike.
And I think the passer and also the receiver, I'm sure Ethan Jones' eyes got real big when he saw how wide open he was, and he's just hoping, put it here, let me catch it, and let me take it to the house.
That was a nice touchdown. Big exclamation point for the gold and blue.
Mountain State All-Stars getting ready to kick it away, and the Ohio All-Stars see if they can come up with an answer. A warm night here in St. Mary's, but the blue skies and clouds and the earlier thoughts a couple days ago of weather issues have evaporated for a beautiful night here in St. Mary's. This kick will be fielded up short by the up man, and Ohio will run the ball across the 20 and still working at it, trying to get up to about the 30-yard line. Will be first and 10 Ohio at about the 29-yard line.
Number 84, Caden Utt from Tyler Consolidated, makes first contact and brings him down. Caden was a 6'2", 180-pounder, two-time LKC Special Honorable Mention and high school team captain up Tyler County. So Caden Utt doing his work right there, number 84. I want to say congratulations to the Mountaineer baseball team. Big win in Omaha today.
5-2, or excuse me, 7-5, the final there. West Virginia's had a magical postseason in baseball, the best season ever. They make it to the World Series for the first time. And speaking of good success here, Ohio moves the chains once again on the ground. Great running play there. As they, Coach talked about the strength of his team as their offensive line, and early on, that is playing out.
Yeah, that running back, Jim, number 7, again, he's representing Ohio as one of the captains this year, but that's Austin Gautier from Nelsonville, York.
That play is coming back, however, with the second penalty of the game.
Costly for these guys early on.
Yeah, offensive plays, definitely you shoot yourself in the foot with the offensive penalties.
Gautier is definitely a great player. He, out of Nelsonville, York, first team All-State, second time Offensive Player of the Year up there in the TVC. So keep your eyes on number 7 in the backfield.
And he'll get it again, busting through. He'll pick up the penalty yardage and more. So that'll bring up a second and short. Looks to be about second and about 4. So he picked up 11 yards on that.
Yeah, you can see why he's an all-stater, Jim. It looks like number 2, Patrick Webster.
He doesn't have much size on him. He's like 5'6",
yeah,
and 170 pounds. He's like a little bowling ball. Great muscular runner, and he hits the hole, and he gets through there, and he keeps going. The quarterback option, and the quarterback get a couple yards. He'll bring it up to about 3rd and about 2. So a very manageable situation. West Virginia brings in 3 fresh troops along the offensive line, or defensive line, excuse me. We'll see a lot of guys going in and out because of this all-star game.
You bet. 73 helped make that stop from Clay County, James Gross. And he's first team all LKC.
Up to the line now, Ohio, as they trail 7-0. Trying to pull even here after West Virginia has a 1-play scoring drive to take a 7-0 lead. And once again, they just dotted the I on the I formation, and once again it's Gautier coming through, making that play happen, and he'll pick up the first down yardage.
22, Garrett Brabham from Roane County's in that ball game. And we're getting some shots from our fans who've come in to watch the game. Thumbs up.
West Virginia fans, no doubt. Riley, this time he hands it off once again, as he's got a great deceptive move there. As he looks like he's breaking out with the football, but once again, Gautier gets the handoff. He'll pick up good yardage on first down.
Yeah, I like that move by Riley. Good job. And we watched him play for Marietta this year. Boy, that was a great game, and he did well. So he had a great season for the Tigers, and now we're seeing him run the ship right now for the Scarlet and Gray, the Ohio side of the ball.
Pick up a 4 yards, 2nd and 6. We've got 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen, 1 up top. And this time it is Riley keeping the ball, and he'll get chopped down at about the 50-yard line, a couple yards shy at that first down marker.
Patrick Webster again makes that stop. Nice open field tackle by Webster. The free safety from Philip Barber. That's a nice little hike from Philippi as well.
I'm wondering here if we might see Ohio, since it's 3rd and short, figure they're going to go for it on 4th down. It's an all-star game. Maybe go to the air, see if they can catch West Virginia secondary asleep, and then if they don't get it, go for it on 4th down. We'll have to see if Coach Matheny's a gambler here. Yeah, he will get it to the fullback up the middle, and the fullback will pick up that first down yardage.
Yeah, it looked like that was 14. I'm going to confirm that in a second.
That would be.
Yeah, I can't.
Owen Riley is the quarterback.
No, it wasn't 14.
Yeah, it was his fullback.
4.
Yeah, that'd be Mason Todd from Buckeye Trail.
47-yard line, first and 10, Ohio.
Todd rushed for over 1,000 yards this year for Buckeye Trail. A stable of good running backs in the Ohio roster tonight. I formation, and it's a handoff to Gautier. Gautier close to first down yardage as he dives across the 40, and they'll mark him down at the 40, so it'll bring up a 2nd and about 2. So Ohio is marching down the field methodically, trying to answer the big play scoring drive from the West Virginia All-Stars.
73 into the game for West Virginia. That would be James Gross from Clay County. He's back in on the front line. Right beside him is number 8. I'll get you that name in 1 second.
Under center, a handoff to Gautier, and Gautier picks up that first down.
There's a flag on the play. We'll see what that's all about, but it looked like it came right after he crossed the line of scrimmage. I don't know if it's a hold on the front line, or what we'll see here.
It was Larry McCloy with the call. Holding.
Well, somebody called that.
Yeah.
So now we're going back again. I think that's the third penalty for the Ohio All-Stars, Jim.
On this drive, yes.
Now they're
moves it back to the 50-yard line.
So I mentioned number 8 for West Virginia is on the front line. That's Ethan Jones from Parkersburg. Number 73 is up there with him. And next to number, let's turn sideways there. I think it's 59.
And we've got the whistle here. And we've got a timeout. A timeout here. Ohio takes a timeout. Will take a timeout. You're watching the Battle Against Cystic Fibrosis Classic. Ohio trails West Virginia 7-0. More after this. And welcome back to the Battle Against Cystic Fibrosis Classic. West Virginia on top by the score of 7-0. Ohio trying to drive down the field to respond, but they keep on shooting themselves in the foot with penalties, so they find themselves back at the 50-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 13.
Riley still the quarterback for Ohio. Looks the handoff to number 8 of this time around. Here he comes.
Yeah, that is. We'll check that out.
Oh, yeah, it's Tyler Steele from Warren. And he's a 6'4". Well, no,
that's number 8. We've got the
We don't
roster
have number 8,
changes
do we?
here. In Ohio, don't see a number 8 here, but we'll try to get that number for you. But first, let's go down to Rick Marshall along the sideline. Rick, your thoughts on what you've seen so far?
Well, I will tell you, that was a great offensive series by West Virginia to pull off the flea flicker for the very quick touchdown. But now we come, how's the game going to get in the cycle? How's everybody going to come out? And I'm telling you right now, Ohio's offensive front is dominating the line of scrimmage. And then you add to that you have probably the best running back that we've seen in this valley in a long time, and Gautier from Nelsonville, York. He is pulling up big chunks. If Ohio can find a way to quit getting themselves into penalty situations, West Virginia's really going to have their hands full slowing them down moving forward. Back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Rick. Good report. And as you saw, West Virginia's defensive line made a statement there as they threw the running back for a loss. So that's going to be 3rd down and 6, or 4th and 6, and Ohio will go for it here.
Yeah, stepped up big, the defensive line there, and stopped him cold. 3 yards loss on that play. And as you mentioned, that brings up a 4th down and 6.
Raleigh now alone in the backfield. He's got 2 receivers to the top and 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Riley looking over the middle, and he hits his receiver, but in and out of the hands. So West Virginia's defense holds, and Ohio turns the ball over on down, so West Virginia will get the ball back.
Yeah, again, some costly mistakes and penalties, and then the incomplete pass there, 4th down and 6 conversion, not able to make that happen, and now the Golden Blue gets to take over almost at about the same field position they did on their first possession. Again, this West Virginia team has had the ball one time, one play, one score.
64 yards.
Looks like number quarterback for West Virginia is going to be number 17.
That is Bryson Dixon from Doddridge County. He's had a great season, a great run for Doddridge County. First team All-State. Passed for over 1,800 yards. And poor Ohio, once again, the victim of offside, so 5-yard penalty. So that
1st and 5. How about
gives
that?
a short field for West Virginia as they're moving across the 50-yard line, up close to the 50-yard line. Dixon
nice
slings one. Great catch there by Tyson Parsons for Parkersburg High. Good throw and good catch, and he's all the way down to the 38-yard line, or 37-yard line, and West Virginia picks up a 1st down as they try to extend that lead.
Well, Jim, you know, that's a mark of a great quarterback, number 17, Bryson Dixon. takes that snap. It's a little bit to the right. He had to scramble quickly and immediately released it to the crossing over the middle Titan Parsons and picked that up. Beautiful play by Parsons.
Fingertip catch by Parsons.
First down.
Now he once again goes to the air, and wide open for West Virginia is Parsons. And Parsons and Dixon, quite a combination, working very well. That ball's all the way down to the 16-yard line, 1st and 10 for West Virginia.
Nicely done. They're doing it with ease, and you can look at Parsons. Had a great year for the Big Reds. He was a team captain over there, great student, an average 4.25 GPA, but he's 6'4", 210, and boy, what a target he can be tonight, it looks like. Last 2 plays to Parsons, both completed passes, same route actually, and now they're down inside the 15-yard line. We're right at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, he caught 21 passes for 385 yards and 4 touchdowns for the Big Reds. This time the Big Reds, or I should say West Virginia, will go on the ground, and that was Jackson Kerr from Williamstown. Kerr was a quarterback, a running quarterback for the Yellow Jackets, but he has great speed and great field vision. But Ohio brings him down after a short gain.
I remember watching Kerr as a freshman, and he was a quarterback at that time, and then Coach Beck moved him into other positions because they had some talent back there.
Right.
And he's performed very well, but good to see Jackson Kerr out there tonight, number 7.
That will do it for the end of the first quarter. The BACF West Virginia All-Stars on top, 7-0. They're driving. We'll be back with second quarter action after this. Welcome back to the second quarter of the BACF Football Classic. West Virginia on top, 7-0. They're driving. They face a second down situation from the 2nd and 12 as they are inside the 20-yard line. Dixon rolling left, looking, and he's going to take off. Try to get around the corner. Pretty good yardage to pick up on that down, so it'll make third down a little bit easier for the execution and for the possible picking up of the first down.
Yeah, he was trying to find somebody, but didn't have anybody open. He just kept running and looking, and then decided we're going to have to tuck and run and go to the corner, and he did. He picked up about 5 yards, Jim, and so the Mountaineer team here looking to put more points on the board after striking the first time they had the ball. 1 play, 1 touchdown. It was a beautiful flea flicker and a 64-yarder. So here they go again, now inside the 10-yard line.
Dixon throwing to his right, and he hits his wide open receiver, Reed Kaisermore. Kaisermore takes it in for the touchdown. So West Virginia extends its lead. That was an 11-yard touchdown pass to Kaisermore. And West Virginia extends its lead 13-0 pending the extra point.
Yeah, he's wide open on the 11-yard line, hit it and just went to the corner. And Kaisermore gets the touchdown and puts the Mountaineer team up by 2 scores as the extra point is attempted by the kicker, number 9. And that kicker we know because he is, let me get that right here with another sheet of paper. Carson Church is out of East Fairmont, so the coach brought him along with him. Coach Shane Eagle is the head coach of the West Virginia team, and his kicker is on the field right now.
Oh, we've got a penalty on the play. I think they'll move that back 5 yards. It looked like Ohio came off, but it looked like the right side of the West Virginia line moved. No, they called offsides on the defense.
No penalties tonight for the West Virginia team, but probably about 6 so far, I think, for the Scarlet and Gray. Man, they're racking them up.
Getting back to Kaisermore, he was first-team All-Conference and his second-team All-State. He's a 4th-rated wide receiver in West Virginia, Class Single-A football, and he's playing his college football at Glenville State. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So at the 11:39 mark, West Virginia leads at 14-0. We'll be back with more of the BACF after this. Welcome back to the BACF Classic, the 31st edition. West Virginia just scored to extend their lead to 14-0 and booting the ball away to Ohio here. And the ball will be pulled in at about the 6-yard line. And the return man will get the ball across the 20.
Good run again. That's number 7, Austin Gautier. So we've seen a lot of him tonight, and he brings the ball up to just about the 20 for the Ohio All-Stars. Trying to make something happen, Jim. Down 2 scores, 2 touchdowns, 14-0 early on here in the first and the second period, I should say. Interesting tonight, a few more added extras. We have a cheer squad. Most of them are from St. Mary's, they tell me. One from Tyler County, and I believe one from Worth County, and then there's a band as well, so a lot of added extras tonight.
All-star players, all-star cheerleaders, and all-star bands. We'll be going down to Rick Marshall here shortly for an interview with one of the Mountain State stars.
Number 7 again, the ball carrier for
Gautier.
Yep, Gautier, Austin Gautier. Now he's 5'6", Jim, 170.
Yeah.
First team All-State. I mean, in Ohio.
Yep,
that speaks volumes right there. That kid's a tough kid. So
Gautier got there.
He sure did.
We've got a player down. I don't know if it's an issue with cramping because it is a warm night.
Yeah.
And we've got trainers out there, and I think you know something about the trainers.
Well, the WVU Medicine team has been volunteering their time this week. They are the certified athletic trainers that are part of the Health and Wellness Center and work for all the local high schools, and they're out there helping that young man right now.
Okay, let's go down to the sideline while we've got a break. Rick Marshall is with one of the stars of the West Virginia All-Star team, and Rick, take it away. Okay, we're having some issues with his microphone, and we'll get back to Rick here shortly.
Hold on.
And we'll see the player.
There he is.
Okay, we've got the situation worked out. Now down to Rick with his interview. Take it away, Rick.
All right, Jim, thanks so much. I'm here with Bryson Dixon, the starting quarterback for the West Virginia team. And West Virginia's been off to a hot start. Bryson, you got two touchdown passes. You started the flea flicker, and it went from there. Tell me a little bit about your preparation for the game this week.
We worked hard every single day in, day out. I mean, we've worked our hardest, like at practices. We haven't taken any breaks at all. And we've really just came together as a team to actually do what we need to do.
Talk to us a little bit about the chemistry you've had with your receivers so far. You guys came in with a very good game plan. You're executing very well. What caused that to happen?
Well, most of them I've actually played with before. Titan, the one that's been getting all the slants and stuff, he was on our middle school team. And then Landon, the first touchdown, he's been with us ever since middle school, and same with 3 other guys. So, I mean, just a lot of work at practice getting us there.
Well, there's an old saying, practice makes perfect, and timing when you've been together makes a big difference.
Sure.
All right, go back and get them, and let's hopefully West Virginia finishes with a win tonight.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Jim.
And thanks, Rick. And the player for West Virginia, Caden Utt, is up on his feet, and he's coming to the sidelines, and he appears to be okay. Might have been just dehydrated. And this is one of those nights where they're going to have to keep the players well watered to avoid issues with heat and with cramping.
You know, it's interesting, Jim. I've not done many games in the summer like you have in your illustrious 50-year career, by the way. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, sir.
But when you're watching this, you're going, wow, that looks pretty cool. That doesn't look like a fall game. It looks like I really like the look of the beautiful sunny skies here in St. Mary's mid-June.
Back to the action now. Ohio trying to answer West Virginia's call and get something going here in the second quarter. It's 2nd and 3. Riley calls his own number, and he'll pick up that first down yardage, it appears.
Yeah,
he gets the ball about the 30-yard line. Yeah, I was talking with Coach Matheny, and he's basically the only quarterback he's got on his roster, so he's going to play.
Coach Damon Matheny, Jim mentioned, he's the head coach at Frontier, and I was talking to some of those guys before the game. He's got a whole crew from Frontier with his coaches, his assistant coaches, and Todd Taylor and Rod Barnes, along with other guys, Logan Brookover, Josiah Jones, and Brandon Yonley. Coach on West Virginia's side, of course, is Shane Eckel, and he's got along one of his buddies, Bobby Burnside. You know that name from Doddridge County.
Yep.
A.J. Rapp, a well-known coach.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he was an assistant under Coach Rapp for 10 years.
That's right.
At Preston County, and then he moved to his alma mater after the tutelage of Coach Rapp, and he's done very well, taking his team to the playoffs 3 times, which is something that has been basically unheard of for East Fairmont. They had very little success making the playoffs, but Coach Eckel has got the job done at his alma mater. The measurement was good for that first down, so it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Ohio All-Stars. Riley fakes the handoff. He's going deep. Riley has a man down the far sideline. It's a jump ball, but it's incomplete. 2 men competing for it, and the ball is batted down by the West Virginia defender.
26. Boy, what a great job. He kept his eye on that all the way. It's Keelan Eichelberger. Again, another Tucker County kid. And if you know the nickname for Tucker County, I'm going to give you a gift certificate, Jim.
The Friars.
Hey, you're not supposed to say that, Rick.
Rick Marshall chimes
I knew the
in.
Answer. Rick Marshall throws up the Mountain Lions, and that is absolutely right.
Former mascot of the Charleston High School, the former Charleston High School, I think was the Mountain Lions.
I think you're right. Yeah, played against
I'll take old schools in West Virginia for 50.
Here's
Alex.
another flea flicker. Yes, you will, Jeopardy. Look at this. It's working.
And it is moving down the field across the 50 to about the 40-yard line. Great trickeration there. And I believe,
Brown.
Yep.
Downtown Sammy Brown takes that. Look at this flea flick right here, Jim. Riley hands it off. Pitch 7, pitches it to 5. And
kind of like the end around there.
Yeah, here he comes. Pitches it to 0, I should say, Sammy Brown. So beautifully done, beautifully executed, and we got a hold on the play.
That will negate that.
Boy, that's how many times in a row is that?
Yeah, sometimes you get a hold, but on a play like that, you have to be careful of a crackback block or illegal block in the back. And once again, Ohio is having a good success turn back with penalties.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So instead of first down, it'll be 2nd and long.
Beautifully done, though. I love that play, and Sammy Brown really made it happen. Beautiful gain on that. 0, number 0.
Talking with Coach Matheny before the game, he said the players have really come together and really had a lot of camaraderie and unity this week in practice, almost like they've been playing together for months. But he really likes what he's seen, how his team has come together during their 4 or 5 days of practice in the last week or so.
Mm-hmm. And again, that was intended for Sammy Brown on the wide out, but overthrew him, couldn't make that happen. So
incomplete.
Again, 2nd down and 15. Well, 3rd down, somebody said. So how about that?
Yep, 3rd and 15. Roddy seeing if he can get that elusive 3rd down conversion and have it count without a penalty. Roddy throws over the middle. It is caught across the 40-yard line, and that is once again caught by Sammy Brown. And Brown picks up that 1st down yardage. 3rd and 15.
14 finds him. Yeah, beautifully jumps up and gets it. And downtown Sammy Brown.
5'9", but he can sky up there. And Brown had 570 receiving yards as a senior for Buckeye Trail. 1st and 10 from the 42. West Virginia running a 4-4 defense. Backward pass to the receiver, and that's Gautier. Gautier tries to get around the corner. I think the ball came out, but Ohio on top of it. That ball's about the 46-yard line. So a short pickup there on the play.
Number 11 helped out Caleb James from Doddridge County on that stop over on the far side on the scarlet gray side of the field, as you can see.
Coming up at halftime, we've got the A1 Heating and Cooling halftime show. We'll be hearing a performance from the band. We'll be talking with several people involved with the BACF committee and the work that they're doing and the whole purpose of this game. Quick hitter up the middle. The interior part of the West Virginia defensive line says no way. They throw him back.
Nicely done up front. Number 73 for West Virginia in on the early stop. James Gross, again, we've mentioned his name a couple times, from Clay County.
That'll bring up another 3rd down situation for the Ohio All-Stars. See if they convert like they did the last time. Be about 3rd and 7, it looks like. Raleigh's got Gautier set off to the side. He's in motion. He'll get the handoff. This time he gets a shoulder put into him by the West Virginia lineman to knock him down. I think on the play for West Virginia, I think that was Bryson Idell from Doddridge County.
Yeah, he put a hurting on him right there. Stop short, so
that'll be
nicely done. Bryson Idell.
4th down and about 5 yards, and we'll see. They apparently going for it. They're down 2 scores. Although Riley can punt the ball from the quarterback position, so he might do a pooch punt here. We'll see. Ohio's got a receiver at the top of the screen and 2 at the bottom of the screen. Play clock's winding down under 5. It's a slow snap. Riley's in trouble, and Riley will be brought down, swarmed under for about a 5-yard loss, and West Virginia will take over on the Ohio side of the field.
Number 11, Caleb James from Doddridge, along with Josh Crossland from Tucker County, in there to help make that stop and stop that fourth down conversion attempt. So the Mountaineer team taking over again, Jim, and just really basically not allowing any big plays for the Scarlet and Gray. So credit to the team on the blue and gold side so far anyway.
Last year it was all Ohio on a 23-0 shutout of West Virginia. This year it's all Mountain State so far here in the second quarter. Dixon with the handoff, not much running room there. Now I should say that's,
yeah.
I believe that's Tyler Smith in now for West Virginia quarterback. Tyler's the quarterback for Wirt County. He had a great career for the Wirt County. He was second team All-State, first team All-LKC.
Yeah, he's a real talent. Did a great job this year for the Wirt County team. Took them to the playoffs, and we saw that game. We right here in St. Mary's, Jim, when they played St. Mary's twice, 2 times in 2 weeks.
Smith has all the time in the world. Feels the heat, throws to the near sideline. A great catch, pulled in by the West Virginia. Is that
Gavin Murphy?
Gavin Murphy. That was an incredible play. Let's just take a look at the replay here.
Wow.
Looking, great protection by the offensive line. And then look at that catch. He just a fingertip catch as he extends all the way to pull that ball in. And pick up great yardage. Going to bring up 3rd and 3 now. It seemed like it was longer than that, but the quarterback had to scramble. But that a great catch there. Over the middle, and it is caught. And
another one.
He
paid Parkersburg.
Paid a price. He got hit, but he held on to the football.
Ethan Jones, the receiver from the Big Red football team, a MSAC first team all offensive, and played in the Tiki Bowl in Hawaii.
That's a nice gig if you can get it.
I guess.
Under 5 minutes to go now. West Virginia driving here. 1st and 10 at the 25. Smith thrown to the end zone. It is caught.
He found
touchdown, West Virginia. Touchdown, West Virginia. 26 yards on the touchdown.
Ethan Jones again.
And Ethan Jones,
beautifully done,
gets his 2nd touchdown of the game. He had the inside leverage on there, and he just caught it and brought it in for the touchdown.
By Smith, yeah, that was just a nicely done connection between Smith.
Smith completed.
Smith and Jones.
Yep, Smith and Jones, good law firm. Yeah, Smith threw for 30 touchdowns on the season. He completed 63% of his passes for over 2,100 yards. And that extra point is no good. But West Virginia extends its lead to 20-0 here, and we'll be back after you see this. Welcome back to the second quarter action of the BACF. West Virginia just had a scoring drive, a short field, and they extend their lead to the score of 20-0 after it was a pass from Tyler Smith to Ethan Jones for the touchdown. The extra point was no good, and that's probably been about the only thing that's gone wrong for West Virginia was that missed extra point, because everything's going their way tonight.
Absolutely. Ohio has had costly turnovers, but also penalties have really been a problem tonight for the Ohio All-Star team. And so as soon as they start getting things rolling, and they've had some great plays, they shoot themselves in the foot and they go back. And so having to turn the ball over, a couple of 4th down conversions not going their way, and next thing you know, West Virginia with a 3-touchdown lead.
The Mountaineers boot the ball away. The ball be pulled in about the 7-yard line by Gautier. And Gautier this time is hemmed in. He'll pick up a few yards. They say the ball's on the field, but I think the officials have already blown the ball dead. So Ohio will maintain possession as they try to get something going here at the 4-minute, 31-second mark here in the second quarter.
Bryson Idell was excited, number 5. He thought he had him a little pick and run there.
Picking and grinning there. But
he was, but he didn't quite get it. Here we go, Rick.
And let's go down to Rick with one of the stars of the West Virginia All-Stars, Ethan Jones. Rick.
Hey, thanks, Jim. Hey, Ethan, you've had a great start to this game, your first All-Star game that you've gotten to play. Talk to me a little bit about what this week has meant to you and how that has turned into great production on the field.
It means a lot, and I'm glad I get to play against Ohio. They got great players on their team, and this is my second All-Star game because I went to Hawaii. Me and Adam did. But I'm happy I get to play with Titan and Adam again. We're all going to college, so it's fun to play with them again. And it's fun to play with the South kids because they're pretty good too.
Well, I will tell you, it does me good to be able to interview a fellow Big Red as well. You know, I know maybe the season didn't finish up as well as you guys were hoping for because you came on very strong at the end of the season. How has that carried over into your everyday life as a student athlete?
Man, we just got to keep working, and the younger group needs to keep working and hopefully get a state championship next year. But how it carries on is keeps me working every day, makes me want to go harder every day, shows me I didn't work hard enough last year, so I need to put more work in.
All right. Thanks a lot, Ethan. Back to you, Jim.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Ethan, for your taking the timeout. And speaking of timeouts, a timeout here on the field with the score of West Virginia on top 20-0. More after this. Welcome back. Ohio trying to pick up a first down yard with the run, and they will. They get first down and a lot more, maybe a touchdown here. As Gautier gets run out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. And once again, Austin Gautier from Nelsonville, York, he's been the star of the show for the Buckeyes, and he shows that burst of speed to pick up that first down yardage and maybe give Ohio a chance to get on the board here late in the second quarter.
Well, he was lined up in quarterback, Jim, and he went from the 28, his own 28, all the way down to the West Virginia 28 and turned on the Jets. Big first down play.
And the ball's on the ground, so Ohio shoots themselves in the foot, and West Virginia says they have it, and the officials say they do. So once again, Ohio's good drive comes up for naught as they turn the ball over this time, and West Virginia takes the ball away. And that's got to be a real gut punch for the Ohio All-Stars right there.
Bryson Idell, number 5, comes up big with the ball. But again, Jim, we talk about this every time they do something great, it's counterbalanced by a problem, a turnover, a penalty. And this was no different. They went from the 28-yard line down to the 27 on that play, and then just the next play they dropped the ball. So picked up by number 5, Idell on the gold and blue side, and the Mountaineer team will take over on their own 32.
Tyler Smith back in there at quarterback after taking over for Bryson Dixon. And Smith throws one out into the flats, incomplete, just behind his intended receiver. That was Gavin Murphy, I believe, intended receiver, and a little bit too far behind him. That'll bring up second down. And Rick says Dixon's back in at quarterback, so he got just a breather there by Tyler Smith, and now Dixon is playing. He's got 2 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. And I don't think West Virginia will be content to sit on this lead. I think they want to get some more points on the board here late in the half. Slings it out to his receiver, and that's across the 40 to about the 44-yard line. That'll bring up a first down. Wow. Nice pickup there by Colin Majors.
Yeah.
He's a 6'4", 195-pound tight end from Cameron. And Majors gets it done there. West Virginia moves the chains.
New blood on that one.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice play.
Fresh legs and fresh arms.
We talked about West Virginia having the advantage on total number of rosters at about 46. Ohio only with 32, so it may make a difference later in the game.
Dixon scrambles and throws it, and it was all in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. I think he might have gone there, but he just couldn't pull it in.
Number 1 was the intended receiver.
Yeah, Gavin Murphy from East Fairmont.
And Gavin almost had that when he had a heroic, a beautiful catch earlier in the game. It's very similar to that. Couldn't come up with it on this one, but nice try, nice play, and I was impressed by the quarterback's patience and letting him get open there.
And we had a penalty for West Virginia, I think, a legal formation, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
First
and
one
so
of
to
the
move
night.
him back. Yes, West Virginia's first penalty of the night. I'm sure Coach Shane Eccles won't like that, but
I mean, you're
come on, guys, bear
almost
down.
3 minutes to
Yeah.
halftime and no penalties.
Yep.
So that's hard to come by in an all-star game where you don't have much connectivity to the players beyond a week, you know.
Yep. Dixon fakes the handoff, slings it to the outside. He hits his receiver, and he's still on his feet, and he'll pick up the first down yardage.
Nice catch there by I believe that's number 18, and that's Sawyer Kunkel out of Tyson Consolidated. Sawyer, honorable mention all LKC and the National Technical Society member.
Nope. We've got a penalty. So West Virginia has now
2 for
had 2 on this drive.
Yep.
And I think that was the other tight end got caught doing it for West Virginia. And so that'll back them up. .320 to go on a running clock here.
Jared Trent in the ball game, number 12. He's from Doddridge County. And of course, you've got Titan Parsons out on the far end as well.
As the Shadows are taking over the field here at Bill Hanlon Stadium. And it's a quick hitter up the middle for West Virginia. That's Jackson Kerr from Williamstown. Bounces it outside. Kerr across the 40-yard line. A great pickup there. And that'll pick up first down yardage, I believe.
Great second effort by Jackson Kerr. Here it is again. You can see him. He starts to get caught up in the middle. He bounces back out of that, comes around the corner, and says, I'm not done yet, and picks up another 5, 10, almost 15 yards before he's pushed out of bounds. Jackson Kerr, the Williamstown standout player.
That's about a 23-yard gain on that play. So 1st and 10, West Virginia. 2:51 to go in this first half, so West Virginia could add to its 20-0 lead. Dixon rolling left, cutting back, trying to look for a block, and he'll just get the most that he can. He'll get pushed out for a loss of about a yard.
I love Christian Bryant. We didn't call his name yet, but 74 Christian Bryant really stayed with his block after the quarterback couldn't find much room on the left side and was looking for something on the right. And 74 was just staying in there, grinding and keeping those legs moving on his block. So good job. Well coached, Clay County's Christian Bryant.
Clock stopped here at the 2:43 mark. Players getting a little bit of a breather. Dixon looking to pass. He's going for it all. He throws down the far sideline, well covered, and we've got a flag on the play. That'll be pass interference or holding. But
yeah, it looked like he was a little too close. I mean, we'll see what they're going to call it on Ohio or on West Virginia. But number 1 was back there.
I think,
Is that number 1 for
I think the
Ohio?
Buckeye State will get tagged for that. But we shall see. Coach referee Larry McCloy would see what he says, how he saw it.
Looks like
It was offense. We might have had the push off there.
Yeah, maybe the push off there.
So a pristine first half when it comes to penalties for West Virginia has turned the other direction.
Sure has.
And
Almost.
it's been marred with 3 or 4 penalties here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, and costly. So the blue and gold and blue team needs to get settled down here. 2:35 left here in the first half, and a long way to go. 2nd and 10, 20, almost 30 yards.
Gavin Murphy into the game. We've got trips to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Bryson Dixon gets the handoff, or gets the ball, hands it off. And a nice pickup there. He moves across the 50 to the 48-yard line.
Reed Kaisermore from Tucker County gets the run. Picked up some important yardage, but Big third down now. 53 comes back into the ball game.
They've got to get to about the 38-yard line, so about 18 yards.
Ty McLeod from Doddridge into the ball game, and along with Titan Parsons. So are they going to try a pass here, Jim? Third down and 18, nearing the 2-minute mark.
In for West Virginia is Eli Wilson from St. Mary's.
I haven't called that name yet tonight. He had a great season for St. Mary's.
The Blue Devils, yes indeed. And we've got a timeout here as the clock is 1:55, and West Virginia will take one of their timeouts. And before the A1 Heating and Cooling halftime show coming up, we'll be talking to the coach of the West Virginia All-Stars, Shane Eccles, about his team's first half performance. I'm sure he likes what he's seen so far, except for the penalty department, which has been paralyzing them in the last 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's really interesting that they didn't have anything like that at all up until the last 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm sure they'll have a little chat about that at halftime. But overall, you'd have to be pleased with the Golden Blues' performance thus far, and utilizing the talent and the number of folks on their roster on this side of the field.
West Virginia All-Stars back from the sidelines. Ohio getting the last word in from Coach Matheny, and they'll head back out on the field. So what do you go to in your playbook, Roger, for your 3rd and 18 play?
Well, I mean, you got Bryson Dixon. He's the first team All-State quarterback, so you got to throw the ball here, and you've got your wide receiver on the far side is Titan Parsons, 6'4", so that's where I'd go.
2 receivers up top, 2 to the bottom of the screen. Dixon feeling some heat, and he goes down the far left sideline, and players are drawing and falling and down, and the referees did not call a penalty. I think their feet became tangled, and they both fell down, so it was no harm, no foul. That'll bring up 4th down, and I believe that will be the first punt of the day.
Absolutely.
In this game, and the West Virginia All-Stars will send out Jackson Brown from Clay County to boot this ball away.
Well, indeed, he went to Mr. Parsons, and it was just underthrown a little bit, but he was going for it all, trying to get that first down. It didn't quite happen. So Mr. Jackson Brown.
Good snap.
Nice kick.
Boots it away. It's a high, towering kick. It'll be pulled in at the 10-yard line. Fair catch was called. So Ohio will get a chance to go 90 yards here in the final 142 of this game. They've got some weapons on that team that's not out of the realm of possibility.
Absolutely not, especially, you know, this is All-Star. You got a lot of people in there, and it's a lot of different faces and levels of talent. And again, these kids have only been together for a week. They coached. I talked to the coaches, and they were practicing 3 days, and then they had 2 days of walkthroughs. So,
yeah,
you know, you get to gel a little bit. But I mean, again, you've got a lot of different talent on both these teams, Jim. Anything can happen. We've already seen big plays on both sides, even though no scores by Ohio. They can make a big play anytime.
Let's see if Owen Riley can produce some magic here. Riley throwing to the far sideline, and is caught, pulled in at about the 18-yard line. And that is pulled in by number 13, Trail Thompson of River.
Gotta love that name, don't you?
Exactly.
26 makes a great stop there. Keelan Eichelberger from Tucker County.
Friends
Mountain
call him,
Lions are pouncing.
Friends call him Double T for short.
Yeah, I bet. Trail. What a great name.
Happy trails on that play.
No doubt about it.
Clock is moving down to the 1:10 mark. Ohio taking its time. A little throw to the sideline. Then that is incomplete. Tried to pull off a little trickeration there, but it did not work. That stops the clock at the 1:05 mark. 2nd and 10. Still got to move the ball 80 yards here in the final minute and 5 seconds.
You know, we mentioned at the start of the game, we got to thank the players who raised all the money, Jim. They fundraise as part of their playing responsibilities, and over $21,000 raised tonight. That's a record number by these players who were on the field, and they raised that money.
And 2 players raised over $1,000 apiece, so
amazing.
You got to give them credit. They fundraised from their family, from the community. West Virginia's defense comes through there, swarming in and making the stop.
Got to give some shout out there. Cooper Greathouse, man, he stayed right with it, and that's tough to do when you've got Riley, but man, he stayed right with him and brought him down. Nice job by that young man, number 24, Cooper Greathouse, out of Roane County, first team all LKC.
It's interesting. Coach Eckel takes a timeout here. He wants the team get his team the ball back with some time on the clock and maybe add to this lead.
I love the strategy. I mean, 51 seconds left. You try to put more points on the board.
Exactly. That's what the game of football is about.
That's what we're here for.
Play to the whistle. Well, we're here for football, but we're also here for the cause of BACF, and we'll be talking more about that throughout the night. And at halftime, we'll be meeting some people that have been impacted by it. As a matter of fact, Coach Eckel, he talked with his players. He brought his players a former Mountaineer wrestler, and he's also a North Marion wrestler with cystic fibrosis, Greg White, and he talked to his players, and the players got to meet and talk with him and ask questions and get an understanding of the challenges that face people with CF. And the kids are excited because they get an understanding of what they're playing for and that the game is bigger than themselves. And that's part of the all-star experience here for the kids, is to see what the impact that cystic fibrosis has on their friends and neighbors and what they can do to help alleviate the situation.
Absolutely, it's important too. And sometimes in the past we've done things with them where we've put pulmonologists in front of them and spoken to them about cystic fibrosis to help educate them.
3rd and 20 now, big play for Ohio. West Virginia trying to make a play defensively. Riley goes deep and incomplete. That'll stop the clock at the 45-second mark, so Ohio will punt the ball away, and West Virginia should get the ball back in fairly good territory.
Yeah, Sammy Brown, the intended receiver there, couldn't connect with him. Much too much green between Riley and downtown Sammy Brown, so that couldn't happen. But again, couldn't capitalize on the possession that time, and so they'll punt back to the gold and blue with 45 seconds left in the first half.
Owen Riley back as the punter. And of course, he's the quarterback as well, so see if the possibility of trickeration, but no, he will punt the ball away. And it's a ball hits a great bounce for Ohio, bounces over West Virginia player's head all the way down to the 30-yard line. Great punt there by Owen Riley, and his team really needed it.
Outstanding. Owen Riley has just been the workhorse for that Ohio team as quarterback, punter, and just really done a good job on the offensive side of the ball for Ohio. They haven't put any points on the board quite yet, but we're only halfway over.
Reminder, coming up before halftime, we will have hear a word from Coach Eccles for the West Virginia All-Stars about his team's performance so far. Looks like West Virginia now will just take a knee and run this clock out here. And they won't take a knee, but they'll run it into the line. And they'll get 3 or 4 yards, and that should do it for the half.
Jackson Kerr, the ball carrier that time, yeah. But picked up about 3 yards. Yeah, 18, 17. Yeah. Turning clock here. They'll let it run
well, West
out.
Virginia comes to the line, so we'll get one more play. And once again, it's a power run, and this time nothing there for Kerr. And that should do it as the clock winds down to double zeros. West Virginia on top, 20-0. We'll talk with the head coach of the West Virginia All-Stars, Shane Eccles. And I should say, Shane Eccles, as soon as Rick Marshall and our photographer, Kevin Buzz Kirkhaven. And that'll happen momentarily, and I'm sure he's a happy coach about what his team has done. And We'll go down to Rick Marshall shortly. And Rick, you ready? We'll send it down to you with Coach Eckel.
All right, thanks, Jim. Coach, what a fantastic first half. You really did a great job developing the scheme for the game. You've taken advantage. Ohio hasn't seemed to adjust. Tell me what you got to keep doing in the second half to bring this win home.
Well, we just have to take it a play at a time. Kudos to our kids. They're playing hard, trying to communicate and execute. And coaching staff's doing a great job working with these guys, trying to get guys in the right spots. And we got to put another half together.
I think it's wonderful you guys are coming down from East Fairmont, being a part of this all-star game. What has it meant to you and your coaching staff being able to participate in something that is so dear to a lot of the hearts in the Mid-Ohio Valley and around the country?
It's truly a blessing. I've had a young man that ran track and field that had CF and several people that we know. So, for our players to get to come and do this and raise money, I think it's what separates this all-star game from a lot of others.
Coach, thanks a lot. Get in there and secure this win in the second half.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Back to you, Jim and Roger.
Thanks, Rick. We appreciate it. Coming up, the A1 Heating and Cooling and Halftime Show. And at the half, it's West Virginia All-Stars leading the BACF 20-0. More after this. Welcome back to the A1 Heating and Cooling Halftime Show. At the half, the West Virginia All-Stars are leading at 20-0 over the Ohio All-Stars. You can see in the background we've got a little flag football. But the reason we're here is to raise money for cystic fibrosis, and we want to show you how that money impacts and helps people in the Mid-Ohio Valley. And we go down to Rick Marshall with a special guest. Rick.
Thanks, Jim. Well, it's my pleasure to be sitting here with Jaden George, who's been a fixture of this BACF game for the least, I think you said 6 years? Yeah. Last 6 years. So, Jaden, tell me a little bit, what does this game mean to you and you getting to be a part of it?
This game makes me feel very grateful for all the funding and time that goes into the cystic fibrosis community.
What have you seen change throughout the years of you being a part of this and really investing your time in the game and the community for cystic fibrosis?
Changes that I've seen include like medication, more understanding.
So on a yearly basis outside this game, how do you help the local community when it comes to cystic fibrosis and raising funds and giving awareness to the community?
Kind of what me and my family do is we will tell people about the BACF game before it starts so they can get their stuff saved up so they can come and profit for the CF Foundation.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, Jaden, it's great seeing you. Of course, I remember you just a few years ago how little you were and seeing you grow. I told your dad, I said, now I feel old. Of course, maybe I am just a little bit, but, you always bring a smile to your face. How do you keep that smile every day and you make it, it's really an infectious smile. How does that influence others around you?
I'm not really sure. I don't really see a lot of influence around me, though.
Well, I think you're a pretty good influencer. We need to make sure we have you set up with TikTok and all that so you can influence more around the world.
My daddy doesn't let me.
Uh-oh. Well, maybe we'll talk to him about that later. As you're getting older, what is your one wish you want to see happen with cystic fibrosis, and how can you impact that?
My one wish is to hopefully find a cure for future CF patients.
Do you have one last thing you'd want to tell anybody that's listening out there today?
Donate to the CF Foundation.
I think that sounds pretty good. Take it from her. Donate to a great cause. Be a part of cystic fibrosis, and let's find a cure. Back to you, Jim.
Thanks, Rick. Very well done, and she's such a great spokesman for the cystic fibrosis and what we're trying to do here, and what the BACF Battle Against Cystic Fibrosis Committee has been working long and hard for the last 30 years, raising money for the process, and they've over that time raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're closing in on close to the $1 million mark of all the money that has been raised over the years with the Football All-Star Classic, and it's just a great effort. And we've got a great crowd here tonight on the home stand and the Ohio side as well, watching these kids play one last game of football for most of them, suiting up one more time under the lights on a Friday night with their families and friends for a great cause. And these guys that we see out on the field, the flag football players, they'll be playing high school football in another 10 years or so, and they're getting the experience of playing before a crowd and just be all part of the BACF experience. You're watching the A1 Heating and Cooling halftime show. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back to the 31st annual BACF halftime show, the A1 Heating and Cooling halftime show, with the score standing at 20-0. We've got a guest coming up here shortly, but first we got a correction to make in the touchdowns for West Virginia. Number 8 and number 6 look very close, especially when you're sitting in the press box 70 yards away, as Roger and I are. And the touchdowns for West Virginia in the first half that we credited to Ethan Jones are actually Landon Thomas's touchdowns. And with that in mind, we've got the first half stats. And Roger, take it away.
Yeah, a couple of things, Jim. It was really midway through the first period when West Virginia struck first. The first play, one play, the first possession, and they went 64 yards. It was a beautiful flea flicker. And it was Brandon Dixon making sure he gets the ball to Landon Thomas. Again, 64 yards, touchdown. Kick was good, 7-0. And then early in the second period, 11:39 in the second period, it was an 11-yard pass, this time from Dixon to Reed Kaisermore, Tucker County's Reed Kaisermore. Kick was good, made it 14-0. And then later in the second period, 4:32 left, Tyler Smith from Wirt County hooks up with Landon Thomas again, and so his second touchdown kick was not good, made it 20-0. That's where we stand right now.
Okay, we'll touch on more stats in the second half. First, we go back down the Rick along the sidelines with the director of the BACF, Jody Moat. Rick.
Thank you, Jim. Jody,
I can't find
talk to us a little
switch.
bit about what it means serving as the director for this football game, this all-star game, and what it means to you and the community.
Well, I mean, I think our committee's so strong, and I think there's a lot of unsung heroes that do things behind the scenes, and a lot of them are over there right now. And then, Roger, he does all the work from January up and through last week, and then he passes the baton off, so we said, and then I take what he has, and then we do the game. Thursday night we do at Pleasant County Park and Recreation, and then Friday night we do the game. So I just think from a county standpoint, when Danny asked if I would do it, I just felt like I had to do it here just because you have access to everything. And thankfully, our superintendent, Mr. Wells, he's been very supportive. Miss Barnhardt, principal. Mr. Meeks, he helps me out as athletic director. Miss Moach, she's helped me out. And then our Board of Education, for allowing this stuff to happen. Because, this stuff could easily not happen, So there's just a lot of stuff. And then our law enforcement, I can't thank them enough because, you're not going to go tell the school, the superintendent, the principal, the athletic director if there's an issue. You're at law enforcement mercy. When it comes to games like this, you are. And but we've been very proactive. We talked to the guys. We had a very good session real briefly before the game, and that's what I try to do. And thankfully it's worked out so far, and you just never know. But yeah, it's one piece of the puzzle, and that's what I am. And there's a bunch of pieces of that puzzle.
Talk to us a little bit about those pieces to the puzzle. How many people do you have that are actively participating and helping pull this event off?
Like, for example, Mr. Jim Rubenstein, he's totally behind the scenes. He was out there this morning and helped me clear through the day setting up everything, and he, so for me to go through and say this person, that person, this person, I'm just afraid I'd forget somebody, to be honest with you. I just know for a fact it's not Jody Moat that does this football game. That's a fact. There's just tons of people that are volunteering, and I'm just blessed to be one of those people. And WTAP has taken this game, in my opinion, and has raised the bar with it. And thankful to them and for such an awesome cause.
It absolutely is an awesome cause. So as we look into the camera, what's the one thing you could say to everybody that's watching this tonight? How can they help impact to make a difference?
Well, I mentioned that during y'all's 6 o'clock news that if they send money to Julia Maloney. She's our board president, and you can send it to WTAP and just put in care of Julia Maloney. And any money that we get, we send to CF. So there's 90% of everything you see here is total volunteer work or volunteer supplies. And we're just thankful to be a part of it for such a tremendous cause of those who unfortunately we've lost, and those obviously who are continuing to fight. And Barry is one of them. I mean, he's on our committee, and it's just a remarkable thing that this event is.
Well, Jody, I know from my heart, I thank you. Everybody else that's watching, we thank you too for all the effort that you put into it, because I know you spend a lot of hours. Thank you for all you do, and I can't wait to see how much more this game grows with your efforts.
And I do too. And Bill Camp does great in basketball. So, I mean, he does the basketball side, I do the football side. So it's just a team effort, basketball and football. And what's so special about this is, like, in the United States of America, CF Foundation doesn't have this. So this is something spectacular, in my opinion, for the Mid-Ohio Valley and the state of West Virginia.
Absolutely. Well, great job, Jody. We're going to turn it back to you, Jim. I'm glad we had an opportunity to talk to Jody and learn a little bit more about this great cause and what this game does. And if you're out there, please give to this. Whether it's time or money, you can make a difference, just like Jody and the rest of the crew with the BACF Foundation is doing every single day throughout the year.
Thanks, Rick, and thanks, Jody Moat. Rick's now heading across the field to talk with the head coach of the Ohio All-Stars, and we'll have that interview in a moment. And right now we'll go back to some more statistics.
Yeah, class act, Jody Moat, no doubt about it. I've known him for years, and just keeps on giving to the community. But it's been all West Virginia, Jim, as we've seen. If you've just now joined us, 3 touchdowns. They missed 1 extra point, so it's 20-0. Ohio's been plagued by turnovers or penalties every time they get a chance to get down the field. West Virginia's capitalized. Total yards for West Virginia, 208 for Ohio, 82. Touchdowns, you've got Bryson Dixon. He has thrown for 2, and it's 181 yards, total yards. Touchdowns, receiving, I should say. You've got Titan Parsons from PHS, 2 for 39, and Landon Thomas from Doddridge, 3 for 101, so big numbers there. On the Ohio side, Owen Riley from Marietta, 3 of 8, 1 interception, 34 yards, and rushing, Riley has -7, so they've gotten to him a couple of times. Gautier from Nelsonville, York, and leading rusher for Ohio, 54 yards.
Wow, those impressive numbers for Gautier. Let's go to Rick across the way, Rick Marshall with the head coach of the Ohio All-Stars. And that, Rick, take it away.
All right, I'm here with Coach Matheny. Coach, a little bit rough first half. You guys definitely have the size advantage up front. You've got a fantastic All-State 2-time Offensive Player of the Year at running back. Miscues kind of hurt you quite a bit in key situations. Talk to me about the adjustments, the team's attitude at halftime, and what we can expect in the second half.
Like I told the guys, we've just stopped ourselves. We haven't really been stopped. We had a fumble that we were driving on, and I think 2 different drives were killed. So 3 drives where we were moving the ball and just stopped ourselves. So, I mean, that's pretty much all we talked about at halftime, was just fix our mistakes and we'll be just fine.
Any schematic changes we can see defensively or offensively in the second half?
Yeah, we're going to make a few adjustments on defense to try to protect over the top. These guys are pretty talented at throwing the ball, so we're going to try to prepare for that.
Okay. All right, Coach, go get them in the second half. Back to you, Jim and Roger.
We'll be back with the second half kickoff after this. Welcome back to the 31st annual BACF Classic. West Virginia on top by the score of 20-0 as we start the third quarter. Mountaineers have the lead, and they will get the ball. And to start the third quarter, West Virginia getting across the 25 to about the 28-yard line, and they'll start in good field position here to start the second half.
Number 12 takes that kickoff for the Mountaineers, and that is Jared Trent, another Doddridge County Bulldog. And I want to say thanks to Jay Bennett from the News and Sentinel with a little bit of help on the halftime stats, so appreciate that.
And we've got the first penalty of the second half, an illegal block. That's moves them back. In West Virginia, the penalties have become a bugaboo late in the second half and now to start the third quarter.
We talked about that West Virginia basically was playing error-free football all the way mid through the second period. And then near the end, as you say, a rash of penalties. And now first one to start the second half.
Bryson Dixon goes it over the middle. He hits his intended receiver. He's 3 or 4 guys trying to bring him down, but that is a first down yardage there for West Virginia. Titan Parsons, the former Big Red, pulls it in. He had some good catches in the first half, some important catches in the first half for the Mountain State, and he starts out the second half the same way he did the first half with a grab to pick up a first down, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Jim, he had about 40 yards in receiving stats in the first half. That was a big first down right there.
And this time it's a handoff and not much running room there. Tyler Smith is in at quarterback for West Virginia, the Wirt County 6'3", 150-pound. Completed his high school career with the Tigers. They had a great run this past season.
They sure did. We talked about those 2 back-to-back games. We got to cover one of them, the game against St. Mary's, where the Wirt County got throttled in the first game and then came back in the playoffs and beat St. Mary's right here on this field.
That's why you never want to play the same team twice, particularly in a row. Nice handoff there, and that is Ethan Jones. And Jones will get across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
And we know that's number 8, not number 6. So I fouled up a little bit of the number 6 and number 8 with the sun out. Now that the sun is starting to set, we can easily see that number 8 along with the Parkersburg High Big Red helmet that Ethan Jones proudly wears. The running back from Parkersburg High, 5'10", 160, 190.
The sun has gone down here. Another flag. The lights are going to start to take over, but the temperature's starting to come down a little bit. It was the high 70s, early 80s at the start of this game.
It was pretty warm out there. This whole week has been pretty warm, and again, had a threat of rain, and then that kind of took care of itself. Just a beautiful start for this very important football game, and the weather just outstanding for mid-June here in the Mid-Ohio Valley.
That was a defensive penalty on the Ohio team, so that gives an automatic first down to West Virginia. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Smith keeps it, calls his own number, hurdles over one would-be tackler, and he'll get to about the 48-yard line. Good pickup on first down of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Smith really had a great year for the Tigers up in Wirt County, and we're definitely going to miss him as he graduates and moves on. I don't know the story on every one of these players, but a number of them are going to be able to go to the next level and play some college ball.
Smith was a dangerous runner as well for the Tigers, scoring 6 touchdowns on the season. Smith rolling right, looking, pulls up. He's got all the time in the world, and he'll throw one just shy of his intended receiver down the far sideline.
Landon Thomas.
Landon Thomas.
Receiver. Yeah, a little short on that one, but boy, I do like the patience of Smith. He really just not in a hurry, and just kind of rolls out there. He had some people chasing him.
Yeah, he wasn't prone to making mistakes. He had 30 touchdowns, but he only threw 5 interceptions. So that touchdown to interception rate is pretty amazing.
Yeah, good
particularly
stat,
for a high school player.
No doubt.
Okay, we'll do it again. It's 3rd and 4. And that'll pick up the first down yardage.
Reed Kaisermore, the target there, and beautiful across the middle play, and Tyler Smith picks up his intended receiver. Kaisermore picks up a first down, And again, we talked about Kaisermore get that touchdown in the first half. First team all PVC out there in Tucker County.
Yep, and the Pioneer fans in West Virginia Conference football at Glenville State will love to have him on their team beginning this fall. 1st and 10. Smith with the handoff. This time it is Ethan Jones, and Jones dances around, and he'll get to about the 41-yard line. A short gainer there.
Good tackle in the middle by that Ohio defense. 61 helped out on that tackle.
Eli Wilson is coming in for the Mountain State off the bench. He's also joined coming in from Jared Trent of Doddridge County as they make substitutions, and Tyler Smith is coming out, so Brent Dixon is coming back into the lineup for the Mountain State.
Jackson Kerr coming back in for the Mountaineers, Mountain State, Gold and Blue, however you want to say it differently every time we try to.
Take me home country roads. That was playing in Omaha today for the Mountaineers' victory. That's Jackson Kerr. Little sidestep in there. Not much running room there. And Ohio makes a stand, and that fires up their crowd across the way.
Right. Met the red wall on that one. Got nowhere, Jackson Kerr. But you've got, we haven't seen much yet from Eli Wilson tonight, number 44. He's the St. Mary's guy, and he's in there in the backfield. I look for him to get a ball here, to opportunity to run the ball.
3rd and long. Dixon going for it all. Over the middle, and it is incomplete. Pass broken up. Yeah, Owen Riley. Great defensive play there for the Buckeye State. So West Virginia will have to punt. That will be one of the rare times in this game. I think the only second punt of this ball game.
He had Eli Wilson across the middle, almost at the first down marker, and he was keying in on the longer receiver and just waited a little bit too long. Couldn't get the ball to him.
Good snap. The punt is away. The ball will hit at about the 8-yard line, then take a West Virginia bounce, or I should say Ohio bounce, as it bounced upfield. So Ohio will get first down field position just inside the 20-yard line.
Jackson Brown did the kicking. Number 60 from Clay County. A couple of guys from Clay County, and that's kind of a bit of a hike as well.
Yeah, Little Kanawha Conference School. And they marked the ball at the 11-yard line. They say it was hit, so 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line from the Ohio All-Stars. And we'll see if Coach Matheny's adjustments at halftime pay off here as Ohio tries to claw their way back into this ball game. High snap, but Riley pulls it in. It breaks upfield and across the 15-yard line. Pick up of about 4 yards.
Pretty fast moving third quarter. 6:50 in a turning clock right now.
If we get a good look at the big guys up front, providing the protection on offense and trying to disrupt things on defense. Running play across the 20-yard line. It'll be shy of first down yardage and bring up 3rd down.
Stop made by number 22 for the blue and gold. Garrett Brabham from Roane County, the Roane County Raiders, running back and a defensive end. He goes 175, he's 5'7". He was a first team all LKC defensive end and a first team all state defensive end. So good talent there, number 22.
And just a direct snap running play, kind of like the Wildcat, and that was Austin Gautier. Had a great first half, 50-some yards rushing in the first half.
Picking up the first down, Jim, so Ohio's going to move the ball. Ball's still deep in their own territory, but picking up a first down.
It's a Wildcat offense. They've got the heavy protection up front. Once again, Gautier pushes the chains close to another first down yardage.
Keelan Eichelberger is 26, Tucker County kid. He makes that stop.
Also in the backfield is Ronnie Golden, kind of like a sidecar with Gautier. In this new change, it'll bring up not pick up a 9, second and short. Once again, Gautier, but this time he gets spun down. And that was a great pickup by West Virginia.
Number 11, good job picking that up.
That was Caleb James from Doddridge County got in there and slung him down. That was one of those late player number changes, so we had to go down lower in the roster to find Caleb. But it was worth it.
To flip it over.
3rd and 3 now. Ohio trying to make something happen under 4.5 minutes to play now. And they will pick up the first down, I will believe, and that was a nice run there by Ohio for Kobe Alexander from Marietta. First time we've called his name. He's 5'9", 215 yards.
Eli Cox makes the stop for West Virginia, number 20, but not until he gets that first down. So Ohio again controlling the ball, controlling the clock. 4:17 left in the third, down by 3 touchdowns.
A rapidly moving third quarter, as you said. Gautier running to his left. Good blocking. He shoots through the gap across the 50, still on his feet across the 40, all the way down to about the 36-yard line, 35-yard line. So that's a good pickup there. 13. That was a 28-yard pickup on that play, if I did the math correctly.
Yeah, big play for them, Jim. And nice job. 26 gets him out of bounds. Keelan Heigelberger. But yeah, a lot of green picked up on that one. So Ohio looking to continue some momentum.
I think Coach Matheny saw that Gautier was their best weapon in the first half, and so he's going to feed it to him all second half until West Virginia shows they can stop him. Once again, Gautier finds just a little slice and picks up a few yards. No, he's just popped through, nearly picked up another first down.
Yeah, kept his legs moving. I mean, this kid is, we know he's tough. Number 7, and this kid was a first-team All-Stater, 2-time Offensive Player of the Year in the TVC conference, and so West Virginia's got to figure out a way to keep a way to stop him.
Great help on the stop, 2nd and 2.
This time Gautier's going to hand it off, and that's an inside end around play, and that is, I believe, Kobe Alexander one more time.
Yeah, nicely done by Kobe Alexander to find some daylight and get around the corner. I mean, that was just a nice pickup. Brings up another first down. And so Ohio just rolling now down the 15-yard line.
In the red zone for the first time in this half as they try to make their mark. Under
Probably
3
first
minutes
time tonight.
Yep, under 3 minutes to go. In a moving clock in the third quarter. Gautier patiently breaks his way through. He just picks his way, delays, and then finds an opening and shoots through it. All the way down to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that was nicely done. This kid's a great athlete. And, you know, giving the other quarterback, Riley, the opportunity to rest a little bit.
Gautier finishes off what he starts as he shoots it 2 yards into the end zone. Ohio All-Stars on the board at the 2:32 mark in the third quarter, 20-6. And that was a long drive that was started from the 11-yard line, an 89-yard touchdown drive all the way on the ground. And that was an impressive way to start the second half for the Ohio All-Stars.
I mean, the only downside is they ate up all the clock, but that's okay. They get some points on the board, and they've got some momentum now and a little bit of confidence.
It's a 9-minute and 28-second scoring drive. Kick is up. That is good for Ohio. That was Riker Hutchins, the kicker there. He's from Waterford High School, so he gets his name called. He adds into it. And we'll be back with more of the BACF after you see this. Welcome back to the BACF All-Star Classic. The Ohio All-Stars on the board with a long scoring drive in the third quarter as they begin the second half, driving 89 yards, capped off by a 2-yard run by Austin Gautier for the Ohio All-Stars. West Virginia gets the ball now for the first time, or for the second time in this half. They had basically a 3-and-out, and Ohio now has an answer with a touchdown, and West Virginia we had the ball 1st and 10 from about the 35-yard line.
Ball received by Reed Kaisermore on that one, and I like the way he looked on that return. Brings it all the way up to the West Virginia 34-yard line where the gold and blue will take over. Bryson Dixon back in at quarterback, it looks like, for the gold and blue.
West Virginia has 3 receivers to the near side, 1 up top. Dixon with the handoff. That goes to Jackson Kerr, and he breaks away, crosses the 40-yard line. Let's go now down to the sidelines across the way for the Ohio All-Stars with Rick Marshall with a guest on the field. Rick, take it away. Rick Marshall, you got us?
All right, Austin, talk to me a little bit about what this means, getting to play in this All-Star game. How's it been as a week of practice with you and your teammates?
It's awesome. It's been really fun to meet a bunch of new guys and play with one that was with me through the season last year. So to meet a bunch of new faces, that's always really fun, and they're all goofy anyway. So all week of practice was it was a fun time. So.
Talk to me a little bit. That you've been running really hard all night. You guys had a few mistakes there in the first half with penalties. What was the adjustment you're making here in the second half that led to that scoring touchdown drive?
So, in the first half we had a bunch of good drives. We had a couple things set us back. We had penalties, like 2 or 3 actually, and then we had that fumble on the 20-yard line. So that obviously set us back. So going in there, we just had to limit turnovers and, block nice, nothing dirty. So we did that drive. I had great lead blockers. That left side of the line did really good, and it just set it up for success. So.
Talk to me about the work you've put in to become such a good running back. I know Nelsonville, York had an outstanding season. Lost, if I remember right, in the regionals of the playoffs to a very good team. But what's the future hold for you as you move forward in football?
So actually, after tonight, I'm hanging it up. I know. I've seen that face a couple of times. But, I'm going to go to the Union, try to get in plumbers and pipe fitters. But, last season, coaches really put it on us seniors. If we want to be good, it's on us. They can't do everything for us. So the seniors had to really step up and show the underclassmen what to do. And we did that last year, and it really set us up. So.
All right. Well, Austin, go back out there. I'm sure we're going to see you in the end zone again before this game's over.
Yes,
all right. Back to you, Jim and Roger.
Thanks, Rick. And Austin Gautier just having a great game for Ohio. He's probably, with that drive, over the 100-yard mark for the game. And he's a great football talent, but he's ready to move on with his life as well. Most of these guys playing with their final games of their careers. West Virginia had a little bit of a drive going here, but once again, a penalty sets them back. So they've got a 3rd and 8 now here. We're in the final minute here of the third quarter. And West Virginia tries to pick up a first down and answer the Ohio scoring drive. It's a run up the middle to about the 35, and they will be shy of the first down yardage. And that'll bring out a punting situation. We'll see if they just let the clock run down, because the clock is their friend right here, if they'll punt the ball away before the end of the third quarter. I would think that they'll just let the clock expire, because it doesn't really benefit them to kick the ball right now, but
they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Jackson Kerr got a lot of work there. He ran the ball the last 3 downs, and they just snuffed him out. So Ohio now there's a little, they're not going to call it. A little tackle after the action.
That was Jack Anderson of Barnesville. with the kick return. That does it for the third quarter. We'll be back for fourth quarter action of the BACF with West Virginia on top, 20-7. Welcome back to fourth quarter action of the BACF Classic, the 31st edition, with West Virginia on top, 20-0. Ohio, those defense made a stand. Ohio scored their previous possession. Defense makes a stand. Now Ohio trying to pull within one score of tying this game up or taking the lead.
Good field position for the Scarlet and Gray. We'll see what happens.
And once again, Gautier gets a line share, but this time he'll get dragged down.
Nicely done. Number 2, Patrick Webster from Philip Barber.
And Caleb James was in there as well. So the two-man tandem team took 2 guys to bring down number 7 because he's quite a handful.
It sure is. I mean, we talked after that interview that you got to have to contain him, but also that the gold and blue defense really needs to stand up right here, and that's a great play to start it.
So a loss of 2 yards, 2nd and 12. Gautier playing the Wildcat quarterback here. And he picks his way to about the 38-yard line. So it'll be about a pickup of about 3 yards. So it'll bring up 3rd and long.
Good tackle by Caleb James, second in a row.
I think it's about 3rd and 9.
Interesting observation that Rick Marshall had, which was while Gautier is in at the Wildcat quarterback, you've got the starting quarterback who from Marietta
Owen Riley
is a receiver, so got to be careful about springing something on the defense with him.
Once again, Riley wait until his lineman gets set. He'll hand it off, and it'll be a pass, and it'll be a short pass.
There it is to Riley.
Yep, and to Roddy at about the close to the first down yard marker. Might be right at the line. We might have another measurement here.
Good job by Riley getting low to get that because that ball was really kind of underthrown. I love to see that extra athleticism in these All-Star games because, they don't really have to do that, but it's great to see that gut check right there and try and get that first down. So 4th and inches, it looks like.
Yeah, they're going to have a measurement, the second measurement of this game. Officiating crew tonight to reset them. The referee is Larry McCloy, the umpire Chris Wilson, lineman Bob Powell, line judge Rick Mollendick, side judge Jeff Cunningham, field judge Rob Wheeler, and the back judge Rick Ridgway. Doing a great job tonight. No, they're not going to have the measurement. They're going for it on 4th down. High snap, but Gautier takes it. He's being chased. Gautier trying to get that first down yardage. No, that was first down yardage. And he moves. He'll be second and about 3 yards. He scampered a lot for short gain, I should say.
Yeah, I guess we thought it was 4th and inches on that previous play, but it was they had gotten the first down.
Yeah.
So on that one, pickup of about 3.5. So 2nd down and 6, 2nd and 7.
One thing when you run the ball like this, we've got a timeout on the play. I don't know if there's a player hurt, but we've got a timeout here. One thing if you're Ohio, you're running the ball, you're really taking up big chunks of clock time there as well.
Exactly what happened on the last possession. They got the points, but they ate up about 8 minutes to get there. And as you, I think, very astutely pointed out, they didn't pass the ball at all. They ran it. So they were down 3 scores. They took 8 minutes off the clock. They get down. They scored a touchdown. So now they're within 2 touchdowns. But the time is pretty precious here. 9:42 left. Ohio's got to make something happen on this possession, I think, in order to try and close that gap.
Yeah, when you've got a weapon like Austin Gautier, their Coach Matheny's going to make sure that he's going to ride that weapon, ride that horse as far as he can take it.
Yeah.
And that sucks in the defense for West Virginia, and they can hit that pass play.
Exactly, and there's an example of how something like that can happen. Springs him open, and he could go. We know that Riley is a fast guy as well, so when you got a guy like number 7, a quarterback, he could make anything happen, and so could Riley. So got to watch out for both.
Kobe Alexander and Ronnie Golden side by side in the backfield, just across the 50. It's a inside. Kobe Alexander gets the inside handoff. He moves around. He'll get nothing there. Basically, maybe a loss of about a half a yard, or maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was able to elude that tackler in the backfield, but really didn't pick up much, to your point. Maybe a half a yard if he's lucky. Third down at about 6. 9:18 left here in the game. That very quick third quarter is now moved to the fourth, and Ohio trying to get some more points.
Ohio taking their time in the huddle. The play clock is winding down. Under 9 to go. And Owen Riley's in at quarterback position again. He scrambles and he'll get knocked down for a loss, maybe 2 yards. So they bring Riley back in on a 3rd and 6. Now it's going to be 4th and 8.
They stop at number 2, Patrick Webster, and number 60 for West Virginia. And that's Jackson Brown from Clay County. So very astute. I said the defense needed to step up, and they have stepped up in this possession. So 4th down and 7, loss of about 1. And if you're Ohio, you've got to go for this. So ball right at midfield.
Taking their time in the huddle. And once again, Riley is a quarterback, but he's also a punter. So we'll see if he'll boot the ball away or if he'll try to pick up that first down. But if he don't, West Virginia will get great field position. Riley throws it tall to his receiver, but I think he might be a yard short. The ball was caught, but I think West Virginia gets the ball turned over on down. If we could look at the replay there, I don't know if he got his feet down, but it's regardless, he's
just out of bounds.
Yeah, he just got pushed out of bounds. He caught it, but he got pushed out of bounds. So West Virginia takes the ball over on downs.
Huge 4th down play by the defense right there.
They'll see if they can make Ohio pay.
Yeah, so ball going the other way, and you got a 2-touchdown lead with 8 minutes left in the game, and now just control the clock and pick up the first down.
A nice night here at Bill Hanlon Field in St. Mary's. Nice crowd. Seen some good football tonight for a great cause.
Absolutely, what a beautiful night and a great game.
West Virginia, Jones on the run. Ooh, Jones breaking tackles. He just holds 2 hands on that football, and he grumbles down to the 35-yard line. That was a 15-yard pickup on first down for Jones and the West Virginia All-Stars.
Yeah, he just saw that daylight and just kept going through it all the way to the first down and more. So 35-yard line, and doing exactly what they need to be doing. Let the clock run, get the first down, and just control everything right now. They're in the driver's seat.
West Virginia looking over to the sideline to Coach Eccles to see what he wants to call. And the play clock is inside, coming up on 10 seconds now.
67, Braden Whipke up there on that front line. He's a big guy, 6'5", 310 from Work County.
And it's a handoff once again to Ethan Jones. Jones across the 30. He gets close to that first down yardage at the 25-yard line. We'll see if he picked it up.
That front line for West Virginia going big right now. Those guys are clearing the way. Nicely done.
He'll be just shy. He'll be a yard, we'll call it a yard and a half shy, so 2nd and short for the West Virginia All-Stars.
Ethan Jones. I missed that Tiki Bowl thing. When was that?
I'm not sure.
Into it. I'm like, that's awesome, man.
Yep.
I didn't know they could
probably January, December or January.
Yeah.
Probably when it was cold. That's when you want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jones once again.
I think he got it.
He running to the sideline,
so
he stayed in bounds, and he see if he picked it up. I don't think he picked it up yet. I think it was going to be 3rd and inches.
Just short of the first down marker, it'll be 3rd and 1.
Titan Parsons comes into the game for West Virginia. Off comes Easton Wire from Ward County.
3rd and 1. West Virginia milking the play clock.
No doubt about it. Exactly what they want to do. 5:44 on a turning clock in the fourth quarter.
Tyler Smith going to carry it himself. Smith leans forward. I believe he picked up that first down yardage as he gets down to about the inside the 20-yard line.
Stop by Wheeler.
So 1st and 10, West Virginia, clock under the 5.5-minute mark, and West Virginia knocking on the door here, just close to the red zone.
I got to say, I'm impressed with Coach Eccles and the way he's handling this fourth quarter with the possession, the clock, and the way he's calling the plays.
1st and 10. Jones once again cuts it back. Not much running room there. Let's go down to Rick Marshall with another interview on the sideline. Rick.
All right, thanks, Jim. Jim, I'm here with Owen Riley from Marietta High School. Number 4, started the game playing quarterback, still playing a little bit, but also jumped in at tight end and free safety there. Tell me a little bit about what this experience has been to you, having this opportunity.
Oh, this experience it's once in a lifetime. I was kind of hesitant to play, but I'm really glad I came out, and, these guys are great, and, I just wish nothing but the best for them down the future.
What's your plans as you move on past this game, moving into college?
Oh, I'm going to go to college. I plan to go to OU, or, I might be going to play some basketball here, but I plan to study finance and, get a job and start working after my 4 years. So.
Well, great. I need somebody in finance to come help, so that would be good too. Oh, and I know you mentioned basketball. You were, a big star at Marietta. Marietta had a great run in their basketball team. You guys went to the regional final, lost a close one. Tell me what about that experience was, how that helped you build, as a student athlete moving forward in your future.
Oh, it really builds character because, it takes special people, special teammates, special coaches. It takes all the talent to get there, actually. And, you carry that on with your life, and hopefully you take that to your heart and be successful. So.
All right, Owen, thanks a lot. We'll let you get back out there, see if you guys can pull out this victory.
Thank you.
Back to you, Jim and Roger.
Thanks, Rick. And once again, Ohio has a miscue on defense, and that'll give West Virginia the first down. And the Mountaineers are knocking on the door in the red zone, looking to add to their lead at the under 3.5 minutes to go in this game.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to 66 Grayson Board, Parkersburg South Patriot. He's in there tonight playing that offensive center. And he's right in there right now and trying to help this guy. This guy's open holes and get down into the end zone for another score. 20-7 here with 3:06, 3:05 left. And again, outstanding work by the coaches to run this clock the way they are right now.
1st and goal from the 9. 5 seconds on the play clock. And it's a handoff, but not much running room there for the the Parkersburg High Big Red in that play. Ethan Jones, as they'll throw him back for a loss. So 2nd and goal. And that ball's now at the 11-yard line. Clock churns away, and Ohio can't do much to stop it now.
Yeah,
except getting a turnover takeaway.
Masterful job here after they took over on downs at the 50-yard line and have maximized clock efficiency, and they're not even worried about scoring. They just want to get it down within seconds here.
Tyler Smith dumps the pass off, and that's pulled down inside the 10-yard line. Eli Wilson from St. Mary's.
And boy, the crowd would love to see him get in to pay dirt, that's for sure.
Eli was first team All-State. He rushed for 993 yards. And he had 16 rushing touchdowns, 2 catching touchdowns, and first team All-State and All-LKC on defense. So he had a great career. And with that timeout, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back to the BACF. Under 2 minutes to go here. Ohio stopped the clock with a timeout. West Virginia 3rd and goal, and they try to put the exclamation mark on this victory after losing 2 in a row to the Ohio All-Star team. Tyler Smith in the quarterback, low snap, he handles it, he rolling, looking, throw it to the back of the end zone, and it's touchdown! Touchdown, West Virginia All-Stars. And that is Reed Kaisermore once again pulling it in for the touchdown at about the 10-yard line, a 10-yard touchdown pass as we take a look at it.
Nicely done. Smith rolls out, takes his time, finds his man in the corner. That's Kaisermore for his 2nd touchdown reception tonight.
And a nice bow as well, finishing it off in style. West Virginia extends its lead to 26-7. And they will go for the extra point kick. Oh, it's a going for 2-point conversion, a trick play. Whistles blow it dead, though. I think it was a illegal procedure on West Virginia. Pretty play, though.
Very nice.
Score is West Virginia 26, Ohio 7.
So we'll take a timeout here with West Virginia extending its lead 26-7. We'll be back to close out this game after you see this. Welcome back. The West Virginia All-Stars have just extended their lead here in the 4th quarter with a nice touchdown pass to Reed Kaisermore. They lead at 26-7. Mountain State getting ready to kick the ball away to Ohio and close out this game in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, I tell you, that last possession by West Virginia, Jim, on the 50-yard line all the way into pay dirt was the key to this victory, I think, in terms of managing that clock, managing the ball, just scooting down there and just draining the clock and then being able to punch it in.
Coach Shane Eccles doing a great job here with the West Virginia All-Stars, just like he did with his East Fairmont Bees team. He took over a team, his alma mater, that had not won a game in 2 years, and he took them to the playoffs 3 times in the next 7 years after taking over the program. So he's done an outstanding job in Fairmont, and then he comes here to the Mid-Ohio Valley and helps West Virginia break a 2-game losing streak in this series with a great managed game and a great performance from his players. So congratulations to Coach Eccles and his players as we 1st and 10 for Ohio, and they'll just try to come out of here with another score and hold their heads high. But all these kids really can hold their heads high because they played well and they put on a great show tonight. And more importantly, they've helped raise a lot of money in the battle against cystic fibrosis.
Yeah, I wouldn't say for a team, 2 teams that have been together for a week, I would say they gelled pretty well, both teams. You got a few penalties on both sides, but overall, I mean, they look like they've been together for quite a while, actually.
Owen Riley's pass will pick up 9 yards. He stayed in bounds. The clock is still rolling. It'll be 2nd and 1. And Ohio with the hurry-up offense now. 2 receivers on the top of the screen, 2 on the bottom. Riley being flushed from the pocket. He's going to take off and run it. He's trying to get out of bounds, and he'll get as much yards as he can before he goes out of bounds. He'll run it down. It's about the 46-yard line. Stop the clock at 1:04.
Yeah, good heads-up play by Riley on that one, finding some room and doing what he does as an athlete and making that big pickup, 1st down, and the ball now going to be across the 45.
Clock is stopped with 1:04 to play. Man in motion, faced in motion man Gautier and throws it long over the middle. He hits his receiver and he breaks free. And I believe that was Sammy Brown of Buckeye Trail, number 0. And Sammy Brown moves that ball close to the red zone. Going to be 1st and 10.
I'm going to try to put it in here and pick up some more points before the end of the game.
And we've got a timeout here. I think West Virginia takes the timeout. 1st and 10 at about the 21-yard line. So that was a 33-yard pickup there for the Ohio All-Stars.
Beautiful play.
They would love to get out of here with a touchdown, maybe a 2-point conversion. Riley feels the heat. It's a dying quail, but incomplete. The ball got knocked up into the air, but fortunately for the Ohio All-Stars, nobody could get to it. Trail Thompson was closest Ohio All-Star to it. It came up just short. And sometimes in a pass like that, a lineman can pick it up, or linebacker pick it up and go all the way the other way.
Exactly what I was thinking. When that pass was deflected a little bit, it looked like it was going to be a little short, and the defender could come up with it, but the defender wasn't quite up close enough in order to make that happen.
Riley rolling, throwing towards the 10-yard line. His receiver well covered, so he's just throwing away. His intended receiver is Sammy Brown. So that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 10. So it's a matter of pride for Ohio. They would love to get into the end zone one more time. A matter of pride for the West Virginia All-Stars. They would love to keep them out of the end zone. And we see some Gatorade preparation here by the West Virginia All-Stars.
Right.
So look out, Coach Eccles, and look out, Rick Marshall. Don't get too close, Rick.
You'll be sticky. You'll be sticky all the way home.
Okay, 4th down. And it looks like they're going for the field goal.
Sure does.
Hey, a score is a score.
Oh, it's a fake.
No, it's a fake. And West Virginia not biting. West Virginia trying to run down the receiver, the running back. And that was trouble with the capital T. Josiah Kearns from Eastern was trying to make something happen, but there was nothing there. So West Virginia will take the ball over and take a knee here. And we've got, I think, the Gatorade bucket draw right there. And Coach Shane Eccles taking that victory bath. He doesn't mind. It's a hot night. Get that cold Gatorade. Oh, my. Congratulations. And players got the job done. And West Virginia now will just take a knee, and we will wrap this game up here on a good night in St. Mary's.
Yeah, he's got to be really proud, the coaching staff, of what these guys were able to do in a period of 5 days, Jim. You know, they got 3 practices and 2 walkthroughs, and to be able to play as well as they did tonight as a team, hats off.
Mountain State takes the knee. That is Dixon. I should say for the Mountaineers, that was Bryson Dixon taking a knee, and that shall do it. Players are shaking hands. Players are coming across the field. Coaches are coming across the field. The West Virginia All-Stars win the 31st annual BACF 26-7. And we'll be back to wrap things up from St. Mary's after this. Welcome back to the BACF. The game is just wrapped up with the West Virginia All-Stars winning it by the score of 26-7. And we'll throw it down to Rick Marshall with the winning head coach, Shane Eccles. Rick, take it away.
Thanks, Jim. Coach, congratulations. What a great victory for West Virginia. Talk to me a little bit about this preparation and what this win means to you as you continue to lead East Fairmont. Can you use this as a springboard for another great season?
Hey, you know, kudos to these guys. They raised the most money and helped fight cystic fibrosis. They came out tonight and played. These guys gave great effort. I'm proud of these guys. Got a win for West Virginia tonight.
Coach, you bring such a group of kids together, come from all different backgrounds. To get them to come together as one unit, how were you able to make that happen?
Hey, you know, the assistant coaches did a great job, you know, working with these guys. These guys studied, got together. I think had a good time this week in practice preparation, and we just came out and got after
it. Right, great to do. Got the MVP there. So, Coach, we got to do one thing. I always do this at the end. The last couple of years, it's been an OH for Ohio, but this year, let's go!
The West Virginia All-Stars sing as well as they play. We'd like to wrap up some of the business here First off, the MVP for the Ohio All-Stars. That was no doubter there for the Ohio All-Stars, Austin Gautier. He had over 100 yards rushing and some touchdowns for West Virginia. The most valuable player for West Virginia was Landon Thomas, and he was also the game's MVP as well. And we saw a great game here tonight. And what are your final thoughts on this game?
I just think beautiful weather and well-matched, great coaching. I just think they said it before, but to bring these kids together for 5 days, and really many of them never worked together under that coaching or any of those coaches, to be able to play as well as they did. And again, you have some ups and downs, few fumbles and penalties, but overall, excellent execution and a very well-matched game, I thought. So I was very impressed by that, and I loved the atmosphere. I thought that the weather was great, the crowd was great. I witnessed the beginning of the game. The sheriff of Pleasant County was out behind the stadium, and he had both teams out there, and he was talking to them about sportsmanship and about character and about what they're playing for tonight, giving back to the community and things that they should carry with them after tonight and into their future, because they're all graduated now and moving on to college or wherever else they would go. So I thought that was pretty cool to see them do that, and the kids reacted to that. So I just think overall, what a great night and what a great game, and certainly what a great cause.
Exactly. West, they raised over $21,000 just the players themselves, and you throw in the crowd numbers and stuff like that. Another night of great fundraising for the battle against cystic fibrosis. We'd like to say some thank yous tonight. We'd like to thank Game Director of the BACF, Jody Moat, for his assistance in helping us bring you the game. Also, committee members Julia Maloney, who could not be here. She's the president of the BACF committee. Roger Shepard and the entire committee for all their great work for this game. And, of course, special thanks to Ohio coach Damon Matheny and his staff of players for their help. And the same can be said for West Virginia coach Shane Eccles and his team. Also like to thank the WTAP team tonight, Rick Marshall on the field and Roger Larkhart, and also our director Larry White and our camera guys Kevin Busquirk and Philip Hickman for all the great work they do. And Jekka Freistuck back at Master Control in the studio. And the final score for the final time, West Virginia 26, Ohio 7 in the 31st annual BACF All-Star Classic. And I've always wanted to say this, we now join Everyone Loves Raymond already in progress.
Good night.